work and play in the community center. These are the type of groups that we work with. One of our greatest, I think, successes has been the work we've done in the city of Omaha. Omaha, of course, was seen as one of the worst atrocities of the conflict, of the Omaha bombing, and the city at that point knew they had to do something to bring the communities together. Two groups that we've helped are the Omaha Choir and the Omaha basketball team. The Omaha basketball team on the far right-hand corner, that's Eamon Daly from Division 39 in Philadelphia. I said he was 4'8" last week, so I'd say he's about 5 foot. But here's a 5 foot white guy who supposedly knows something about basketball, huh? But it's amazing the work that he's done. He's brought people together. People who would never be together are sitting in the stands now cheering for their kids in basketball. They're carpooling with different people in their car. It doesn't sound like anything, but all of a sudden when you have children of different communities playing basketball and now their parents are talking about carpooling, it's little steps like that. Over the last few years, Philadelphia took charge of this. They were the ones very quietly bought basketballs, uniforms. The national board got involved. We put the scoreboard in there. And then last year, everybody got involved, and the team came out to New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. The choir is a world-class choir that some of you might have seen in festivals throughout the U.S. They've sang with the likes of Eileen Ivers and others. But what was amazing, when we went back there last year, the choir and the basketball team rented out the top floor of a restaurant and hosted us. We were like conquering heroes again. These are the people that are doing the hard lifting. We're just writing checks. But when we were over there, the way that we were received by not only the kids, the parents, and people like the mayor of Omaha, it really tells you, wow, we're making a difference here. We've also reached out to the other side. This, quite frankly, has been somewhat controversial to some people, but David Irvine Foundation in South Belfast. David Irvine was a loyalist paramilitary. He would be the person to be fighting the IRA. He was a loyalist bomber. When David Irvine went into Long Kesh, he started to think. He started to think like many of the Republican prisoners did. You know what, this is not working. He came back, he came out a changed man. Seamus Boyle worked with David Irvine on the Jenny Johnson project. David Irvine got the Protestant carpenters from the north to work with Catholic carpenters to make the Jenny Johnson the success that it was. So we've given over the years small donations to the foundation for a specific program, and that program it targets young teenage boys, 13 to 16-year-old, that are having problems in school, to have special after-school programs to try to get them through, to get them their certificate, to make sure they're not on the street throwing rocks and doing antisocial type of behavior. When you go in and you talk to a congressman or a senator, and we talk about what we do, and then we also say we support the David Irvine Foundation, they know that we're true brokers of peace. We want this for everyone. So while it might have been controversial, the small funds that we've given to the Irvine Foundation, I think, have really elevated our status throughout the Irish government and the American government. Now, why is this all important? I don't know if you know this young man's picture back here. This was Ronan Kerr. Ronan Kerr was 24 years old, Irish Catholic, GAA player. He joined the PSNI, wanted to be a policeman. Type of people we need on the streets in the north of Ireland. In Ireland, in the north, they have Mother's Day in April. Ronan was leaving his mother's house on Mother's Day's Eve, got into his car, and was blown up and killed. Because certain people don't want to have Catholics, and they're Catholics who did this. The so-called, quote-unquote, dissidents. We can't stand for this. The groups that we supported before are going to make these things not happen. We have to stand to make sure that we will not stand for dissident Republican behavior that includes any type of violence, and we have to support people like Ronan Kerr and his family. We can only hope that in the